Have you decided you want to join the degenerate side of Yu-Gi-Oh? Well, if you have, then here's my Floowandereeze deck profile. I hope you enjoy, because this is one of my favorite decks of all time. So, you want to be a degenerate. Just kidding, but not really. Welcome to the Flu deck profile. So, for the monsters, I run 3 copies of Urbina, 3 copies of Eglin, 2 copies of Stree, and 1 of Toucan. This is a pretty standard lineup for Floowandereeze, and these 6 cards right here, nasty degenerate combo, and personally, I'm all for it. So, obviously you have your 2 searchers, one for the level 4 or lower winged beast, and one for the 5 or higher. You also have 1 card that can banish anything from the graveyard on summon, and one that can recur any Floowandereeze card that's banished. These 2 together are really good, and there will be a special card that I'm throwing in here that makes these 2 really important. So honestly, if you even wanted to bump this up to 2, I wouldn't heavily recommend it, but it's definitely possible. For the big birds, I play 2 copies of M-Pen, 1 copy of Apex Avian, and 1 copy of Razia the Mega Monarch. The other card I play that's like the special sauce of the deck is Bettin' Bad. Now this is a very interesting card because the way it works is basically up to 3 times per turn, if your opponent normal or special summons a monster, you can target one of the monsters, toss a coin, and if it's heads, change it to face-up attack position, or if it's tails, change it to face-down defense position. Then, once per turn, if a monster is flipped face-up or changed to face-down defense position, you can target it and change it back to face-up attack or face-down defense. So basically, you can also switch it. The reason why this is really good is because it can force some of your opponent's monsters that they put in defense into face-up attack position, because M-Pen will negate face-up attack position monsters that are special summoned. So it's definitely a pretty good card to use that can really help leverage your effects with M-Pen. Now on to the hand traps. I play 3 copies of Dimension Shifter. This is one of the best hand traps for this deck because it banishes so much and can really destroy a lot of decks. Although now that we're out of Snake Eyes format, I will say Ryzeal isn't as susceptible to this, but it's still good against other decks like Blue Eyes. I also play 3 copies of Ash and 1 copy of DD Crow because it's searchable by Rabina. On your second turn, or on your opponent's turn when you normal summon, you can either search DD Crow or you can search Bettin' Bat. Now on to the spells. For the spells, I play the standard 3 copies of Magnificent Map, 3 copies of Adventure, 1 copy of Unexplored Winds, 1 copy of Prosperity now that it's limited, 3 copies of Duality, and of course the one-ofs Reinforcement, Terraforming, and Called By. I will say, since most of the stuff is searching or digging through the deck, I think it's really funny that not only does Floowandereeze and Advent let you search, but it also gives you 500 life points. It's really unnecessary, but if you're in time, it's a pretty good card. On to the traps. For the traps, I play Dreaming Town, and then this is my secret sauce. I play 1 copy of Scary Sea. It's a really good card because it can stop your opponent from special summoning for the entire turn, although it does give them 3 normal summons, which can let them potentially search cards for their next turn. However, I don't think it really matters too much because not only can you stop them this turn, but you can also recur this card with Toucan and stop them on the next turn too, potentially. I also play 1 copy of Rivalry, and then 3 copies of Evenly Matched, because I just think this is a very good card. Since you don't play a ton of monsters, you'll never have like a really huge board. Also, you could switch these out for Infinite Impermanence if you really wanted. However, I think this is a good card to play for those smaller boards. Now on to the extra deck. Most of the extra deck for me is a lot of targets for it, or just cards I think my opponent will use. So that being said, there will be a couple Blue Eyes cards in here just because I think a lot of people are going to be playing Blue Eyes. But you can put in kind of really anything you want here if you want to put in targets for other decks, or you just want to run like literally anything. You could run number cards if you want. It really doesn't matter too much because again, you can't special summon with Floowandereeze. So that being said, I just play Clara, Spirit with Eyes of Blue, Traptrix, Sky Striker, Salamangreat, Firefighting, Vita, Win in case I do need it for some reason, Doom Eagle, and then some of the Lyrissa, I don't know how to say their names, but some of the Winged Beast Xyz monsters, as well as Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon, and Mirror Jade. These are just kind of Ghost Reaper targets, but whatever you want to play is fine. Now on to the side deck. If you have Crimson Dragon, this would be a good place to play it. I personally don't. This is a sheet of paper, but if you do have it, great spot to put it in. For the side deck, I play 3 copies of Ghost Reaper, 3 Droll and Lockbird, 2 Dimensional Fissure, 3 Dark Ruler No More, 3 Power Sink Stone, and 1 copy of Harpy's Featherstorm. Now on to the main combo. I think by now most of you know the main combo, but I'll put a little twist on it for turn 2. So, the main combo is normal summon Robina, activate its effect, normal summon Eaglin, activate its effect to search for M-Pen. Normal summon M-Pen by tributing these two then come back to hand, then activate M-Pen's effect to search for Dreaming Town. And again, this is the combo you pretty much all know, but on your opponent's turn, you would activate the trap, normal summon Robina, so then you'll activate Robina's effect to search for either DD Crow or Bet and Bat. Personally, I would say if you want to spice things up, you go for Bet and Bat. Then you would summon Eaglin, activate its effect, and search for most likely you would want to get out either Razia or Apex Avian. Personally, I like Apex Avian, but then you would use these two, have the effect where they come back to hand, and now you have 2 negates. If you had the field spell on the field, or another way of getting out a normal summon, what you would do is you would then normal summon Bet and Bat. This would allow you to then do the coin flip shenanigans. But let me show you an interesting combo that you could do if you had a different starting hand. If you start with Magnificent Map and Robina in your hand instead, this is what I would do for your combo. Activate Magnificent Map and then normal summon Robina, or use Magnificent Map's effect to reveal Robina, banish another card. So we'll go with that actually. Then I would activate Magnificent Map's effect, revealing Robina, and banishing Floowandereeze and Toucan. Then I would normal summon Robina, add back Toucan, and search for Eaglin, which I would then summon, activate, and search for M-Pen. Use these two to summon M-Pen, and then add these back to hand. Now what I would do here is instead of using M-Pen to search for Dreaming Town, I'm going to use it to search for the counter trap. Now what this is going to do is on our opponent's turn, when your opponent goes to summon a monster, we can use Scary C to negate one of their special summons. Then they'll be forced to normal summon, or I mean if they want to obviously. So if they choose to normal summon, then you'll be able to use Magnificent Map's effect so that you can normal summon too. Then you would use kind of the same combos before, normal summoning Robina, except this time you'll use Robina to grab Floowandereeze and Street. Then you'll normal summon Eaglin, activate its effect to get Apex Avian. Before you summon Apex Avian, then what you'll do is you'll normal summon, then you tribute summon for Apex Avian. Then on your following turn, you would normal summon Street to banish Scary C, then normal summon Toucan to get it back. And then you would also be able to get these two back, and then do your normal shenanigans. Point is, with the addition of these two cards, you can recur Scary C, which can shut down your opponent on their turn from special summoning. It's a really good card to use since Bystials aren't really going to affect this deck, and if you play your cards right, neither will Nibiru. So the big special summoning hand traps can definitely not impact you if you play your cards right, which could really work in your favor if you want to utilize this card.
You guys like the new outro music? I was getting real sick and tired of the other one, so I made this song. Yeah, it's called Gnome Type Beat, and I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video too. Click on these videos. Okay, bye.